what's the differences proper fraction and improper fraction when it is involved variable? Okay, senang cerita. Apa itu partial fraction? Okay, dalam partial fraction kita kena fahamkan proper fraction dan improper fraction untuk pecahan. Okay, BM dia adalah pecahan separa. Nama dia panggil pecahan separa. So apa beza dia proper, improper? Kalau dari segi nombor, if in integer or maybe if in numbers, so kita faham pecahan wajar tu adalah macam contoh 1/2, kan, 2/3, 3/4, this is called pecahan wajar. Proper fraction. Kalau hanya melibatkan nombor. Tapi kalau dia melibatkan ada variable, then we have to look at the degree of the x. Kita kena tengok kuasa. Okay, so that is the first thing we have to clear. Baru kita boleh pergi working step partial fraction. Dan saya dah summarize kan, working step partial fraction ni ada 6 hingga 7. Why I say 6 hingga 7? Kerana we have to depends on dia adalah proper or improper fraction. Okay, if you're ready with it, so by the end of the lesson, okay, we must able to understand perform. Okay, we have to perform the partial fraction decomposition. Apa maksud decomposition? Menguraikan. Okay, menguraikan dia menjadikan dalam bentuk pecahan separa. That's the meaning. Okay, kalau nak menguraikan dia jadi pecahan separa, kita perlu fokus kepada denominator. Why we say so? Because the denominator akan menentukan hasil decomposition tu adalah 2 pecahan, 3 pecahan, ke 4 pecahan. Okay, so no matter how we are focused on denominator. So dalam denominator ni kita actually ada 3. Okay, dalam syllabus kita ada 3, which is called linear factors. So it means dia mesti dalam bentuk factors. That's why we learn about what is called factors, ax plus b. And the other one we call it repeated linear factors. Kalau ini kuasa n, it means dia ada n factors. Agree with me? Kena hati-hati If your n is 2, it means dia ada 2 faktor yang mempunyai sifat repeated. Okay? You get the point here Okay, so ini adalah untuk linear. Such a fraction, dia adalah case yang reverse process. Okay, so in a primary school, you learn about the summation or the subtraction of the fraction number and you make it as a single fraction. Kan, kalau sekolah rendah, you make it as a single fraction. So sekarang kita kena belajar conversely. Okay, express the sum of difference of 2 or more proper fraction. So kita panggil dia partial fraction. Paling senang ialah anda fikir macam mana anda boleh dapat 1/2. It can be 1/4 plus 1/4. Am I right? So it can be 2/8 plus 2/8. And it can be 3/10 plus 2/10. Ada banyak kemungkinan kerana dia nombor. Tapi kalau dia adalah dalam bentuk x, so it means dia punya partial fraction adalah fixed dalam bentuk pecahan separa yang tertentu. Okay, so sekarang kita akan pergi yang ini, contoh ini semasa melibatkan x, when it's involved the polynomial variable x. Okay, so sebelah kiri ini adalah biasa dia ada 2 pecahan separa. So kita akan buat apa? Kita selalu akan samakan pembawah. Kan, kita akan samakan pembawah, nama dia panggil equalize the denominator. And then you simplify it, you get a single fraction. Okay, this is a single fraction which is in terms of x. So sekarang kita nak buat punya kerja adalah dari ini kita nak convert jadi balik ini. Okay, kerja kita nak convert single fraction jadi partial fraction. Okay, so inilah cara dia. Okay, anda dapat. Okay, tapi tak akanlah you nak pergi try and error. That's why kita kena belajar secara umum. Okay, sementara nak belajar secara umum, this is what I said it, type of fraction. Okay, so you baca betul-betul, what is a category proper fraction? Proper fraction is means that we're looking at the power of x. So this is power 2. Denominator is power 2 and the numerator is power 1. So kalau ini hanya satu jenis saja, if you get this, then this is called proper fraction. Ataupun atas kuasa 2, bawah kuasa 4, bawah kuasa 3. Yang penting ialah atas mesti kurang. Dia tak boleh sama, dia mesti kurang daripada yang bawah. Senang ceritalah, wajar tak wajar. Contoh kalau kita anggap ini anak, ini ibu. Okay, umur anak mesti lagi kurang daripada ibu, itu baru wajar. Betul tak? Contohnya lah, guna cara untuk tentukan. Kalau umur anak sama dengan ibu, itu tak wajar. Kalau umur anak besar daripada ibu, itu pun tak wajar. So itu panggil improper fraction kalau numerator punya kuasa degree adalah lagi besar atau sama dengan denominator. So that is called improper fraction. Jelas? So inilah case dia. Ini yang sama. Ini case yang lagi besar. So this is called improper. Clear with it? Okay? Boleh? Okay. So, kalau dia adalah proper fraction, that's why. Kalau dia adalah proper fraction, so dia akan involve 6 step sahaja. Ini cara saya, ini cara saya. Kalau dia proper fraction, dia akan involve 6 step. Kalau dia improper, dia akan ada 7 step. Kenapa extra 1 step? Because you have to transform the proper fraction, okay, using long division. Okay, so it means dia ada extra 1 step iaitu bermulakan penyelesaian dengan long division anda dah belajar sebelum ini. Okay, so yang penting ialah ini. Sila highlightkan ini. Transformation from single fraction to partial fraction, everything is depends on the denominator. And the denominator should be factorized first. So this is something that you have to clear. Okay, kita tengokkan contoh So inilah 3 ni. Dalam syllabus kita dalam syllabus lama, if you have a cousin or if you have a auntie kan, ataupun you punya mak saudara ke yang belajar dulu-dulu. Okay, dia ada satu lagi ialah repeated quadratic factor. Okay, kalau zaman mereka ada repeated quadratic factor. So in your syllabus only these 3. Okay, so this is what we say there. So you take a look first this one. This is a general form. Okay, so you look at it. Here with how many factors? I call it 2 linear factors. Kalau dia 2 linear factors, you punya pecahan separa akan ada 1, 2. You get a point here? Okay, kita tengokkan contoh sini So this is x minus 1, x minus 2. Okay, so therefore anda ada berapa faktor? 2. Kan, dia adalah kategori 2 linear factors. Kalau 2 linear factors, 2 pecahan. So how about this? 1, 2, 3. So dia ada 3 linear factors. So therefore you punya pecahan separa akan ada 3. And then the last one, how about this? How about this? This is a quadratic. Tapi kita tak boleh tentukan lagi dia ada berapa pecahan separa. So you have to do factorization, see whether it can be factorized or not. So kalau dia boleh factorize, you found that dia selepas factorize, you get 2 linear factor. So, dia masih adalah 2 linear factors. Okay, did you notice that the number of factors from the denominator will determine how many fraction will be decomposed as how many factors? Okay, how many fractions, sorry. So, you look at it. What did you notice there from the question A, B, and C? Atas dia semua adalah A, B, C, A, B. Kenapa? Kerana satu je. Do you still remember what is a remainder theorem? Kalau pecahan, dia punya denominator adalah linear. Dia adalah jenis if the divisor is linear, what is your remainder? If the divisor is linear, what is your remainder based on the remainder theorem? Anyone? Yuhu.
Constant number.
Yes, very good. It's a constant number. So, constant number kita tak boleh suka hati nak letak. So, kita mewakili dia dengan A, B, C ikut turutan. Kalau you ada 2 faktor, so dia 2 constant number, A diikuti B. Kalau ada 3, there will be A, B, C. Dengan syarat linear. Asalkan dia adalah linear, dia punya numerator mesti constant number. You get the point, Okay. So, sekarang kita pergi yang contoh, Let us proceed to one example. So, normally the question will be this. Write the following single fraction in partial fraction. Ataupun dia boleh menggunakan ayat express. Either one, write or express it in partial fraction. Okay, so I will go through this. Okay, firstly, you double check. There are 2 linear factors. Ini faham dulu. Saya akan detail dekat learning worksheet. Okay, therefore, you decomposition, it will become x minus 1 as a first linear factor, x plus 2 as a second linear factors. And automatic, you make it as a and B on top due to the reason remainder theorem from the divisor is linear. Okay, and then next step is equalize the denominator. Why we need to equalize the denominator? Because we would like to compare with the left-hand side. So when you're doing comparison with the left-hand side, did you notice that the denominator kan sama? Kalau denominator dia sama, anda dah tak payah bagi buat perbandingan. Am I right? Kan, semasa denominator dia adalah sama, anda punya fokus hanya di numerator sahaja. So the next step, it will be comparing the numerator. Okay, why we need to compare the numerator? Because we need to figure out the values of A and B. So we need to figure out what is the A and what is the B. So in order to finding the A and B, we have two methods. Okay, we have two methods. Okay, so the very first method is a comparing coefficient. Okay, ini faham sudah Ini faham sudah. Method one is you have to expand. Okay, you expand the right hand side. Saya tak berapa galakkan guna kaedah ini kerana dia melibatkan proses yang panjang dan juga careless mistake senang berlaku. Tapi I just introduce to you. Okay, the right hand side you expand and you have to group the like terms. So after you group the like terms, you just doing the comparison of coefficient for both sides. So untuk sini you nampak dia ada bulatan ataupun saya circle up dengan solid line, solid curve, and then the other one is the dotted curve. The solid curve is the coefficient of x. So you get A plus B equals to 2. The dotted one is the constant. Kan? We equating the constant. So you get the second equation. So dia sangat rumit kerana you kena selesaikan persamaan serentak. Okay? So you solve it simultaneous, you get the answer. Okay? Solve it simultaneous, you get the answer A and B. And then after that, substitute back into the decomposition step yang anda dah buat di sini. Nilai A, B dah dapat, then you ganti balik di sini. Then selesai the whole process of partial fraction. Okay, this is a method one. Okay, method two. Method two is, after from the comparing numerator, kita cuba bayangkan when we substitute x equals to -1 here, did you notice that the whole equation, the A will disappear? Right, when you substitute x equals to -2 into the left side and right side, you'll find that the A will be eliminated. So when it's eliminated, automatically you get the values of B easily. Okay? So the same thing. What is the next x value you are going to choose? You can try to guess. What is the next x value we're going to choose in order to finding the values of A?
1.
Yes, very good. Finding 1. Because when you substitute x equals to 1, then it will eliminate the B. Then you get the A easily. Okay? So lastly, you get the answer as this. Okay, saya dah kata, ini adalah introduction. Is it clear so far?